Boom! What is up, guys? Ranger Liz here. Just got done watching Super Ninja Steel a few minutes ago and thought I would toss some of my thoughts out real quick. Guys, I really enjoyed this episode. I really did. I shouldn't have to be shocked, and I shouldn't be shocked that I enjoyed an episode of a show a franchise that I love. I'm not a huge fan of Ninja Steel. In fact, it got the worst thing in 2017 for me. But man, oh man, I'll be the first one to admit when I like an episode, and I like that episode. Man, hey, when it was episode 4 too, like episode 1 wasn't bad. I think in my head, or in my opinion, I think Ninja Steel or Super Ninja Steel, I should say, is at least off to a better start than Ninja Steel was. Oh, look. Never mute my phone. I never remember to mute my phone before I get started on these. Oh, well, let's just keep going. Sarah, wow. Okay, so we met Sarah's mom before, and, you know, we didn't know anything about her dad. We had not met Haley's dad before, and I remember in the previews you kind of heard, like, you saw them together, and so people were thinking, well, maybe, like, that was Sarah's dad, like, you know, maybe her mom remarried, or maybe Sarah was adopted or something. So, but to know that it was, I had no expectations of, like, parents trying to date and weird things. But that's where it went. It was so new. I don't think that plot had ever been done in Power Rangers. Now, there's seasons that I've not paid as much attention to, so please correct me if I am wrong. But what just a neat concept. You know, when I got done with it, I was thinking to myself, that was one of the most Power Ranger-y episodes of Power Rangers ever. It started with the Rangers all together, like one of their parents was involved, they're working together as a team. It had a moral. It showcased it was a lot better written. It was a lot better written. I felt like I connected with the characters a lot more. So great, great job. And it wasn't just I like the fact that the Zord wasn't, oh, hey, there's a random elephant and he is going to help you now. Like, it didn't make any sense. But, you saw it's a thing. They knew it had to do with the water. Having them in ranger suits ask people to do stuff, like, how season 1 or 2 is that, right? Having the Rangers teleport and show up in their suits being like, hey, man. And, oh, by the way, Sarah, when they did this, Sarah's disguising her voice. Hi, Mrs. And she said Mrs., which means her dad actually probably died, because if her mom still kept the Mrs. name, which is, sorry, Sarah. But, hey, maybe. I totally want, if they're gonna bring back some side characters, like Sarah's mom, and now Haley's dad, I totally want them. I feel like Parents' Day, I want them to just show up holding hands. Even if they're in the background, I would love to see it. It's plot continuity, guys, it's plot continuity. Mick, helped out, he was himself. He was a leader. He helped, like, kind of with the building stuff, the mechanical end of it. He made the Zord Star because, he thought they might need some help in the water, so he was building a Zord Star, and it connected, and Mick had a hand in it, so Mick maybe was, like, working on it, trying to make it be a Zord or whatever, but I love that when he threw the Ninja Star to him, it attached to to the sub thing, whatever, I can't remember what they're already calling it, but to the sub, and this becomes their new Zord. Jordy, who plays Levi, is actually a big surfer in New Zealand. He loves surfing. I follow him on Instagram. He surfs a lot. And to have his character be the one on the surf Zord, I said, I know it was just Sentai footage, so that's just how it worked, but it made me happy at the end of the day. It was just wrote better. I think there weren't the times where I just went, come on, man, really? Yeah, alright, so the Victor and Monty thing, it didn't really bother me as much because I remember when they were by the water, it was reminding me of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, like the episode, like, Gone Fishing. You imagine Bulk and Skull, we're gonna catch that fish, and they have the silly fish stuff on, and they're casting, and they're not catching anything, and they end up flying. It was side character hijinks that didn't, I mean, yeah, they had to do the closing thing, so it was haha, and everybody laughs at Victor and Monty, but they were kept to, I don't want to say a minimum, but their hijinks were way more tolerable. Maybe I'm just in a good mood. I mean, isn't everybody in a good mood right now as Power Ranger fans? Maybe we're all just in good moods and that's why, but I was a big fan of this episode. I'm glad, you know, they got a new Zord, and it was episode 4, so it's not too rushed in, but the fact that this could have been, you know, just a plot filler episode. They introduced a new Zord, and they introduced it in probably one of the best Zord introductions in a long time. With the Ninja Steel, you know, they get handed to them, and when you think back to Dino Charge, it wasn't like they earned them as much. It was like science. Like, they worked on it, and they had to build it themselves. It was less like, as a team, like, we had to overcome this, and it was just due to different narratives of the season. And, you know, in Megaforce and Super Megaforce, they didn't have to earn any of their crap. Gosei just made Tensu poop out robots or something, and then that's how they got all of their things. Absolutely no build-up. And middly before that, maybe in Samurai, Super Samurai, but I've still never really fully watched those. I will one day. Oh man, I just really enjoyed this episode. Even, I mean, I know, like, Calvin and Peter Sudarso's character that I can't, Preston! Sorry, Preston. Preston and Calvin, you know, they didn't get a lot of lines this episode, but it was strong. I loved seeing the two girls, like, just interact with each other as friends. You know, you've seen them as friends, but it was so nice to actually see them do things together. Just the two of them. How long has it been since we've gotten, like, the two girls on the team really doing stuff? I mean, maybe we had some, like, do we even have one in Ninja Steel, like, more of a just girl episode instead of, like, the guys all hanging out together? It was the girls? I don't know. I am remembering, like, in Super Mega Force that you did actually get to see Gia and Emma's, not relationship, like, friendship. You know, you actually got to see that on display, and so you did believe they were friends. Those two girls, though, Zoe and Christiane, just looked like they had so much fun filming that together, and that really came through the camera. It really came through. Just, it looked genuinely fun and happy. The actors just looked happier, man. I don't know. Alright, I got a bunch of other videos to shoot, so we're gonna call this one for Super Ninja Steel, Episode 4, Making Waves. Guys, 2 thumbs up. 2 thumbs up. If you've been skipping episodes, if you maybe just skip the ones that you don't, you know, filler, maybe you don't think you'd like as much, give this one a shot. I really enjoyed it, and it is plotty, because it's the introduction of a new Zord. May never use it again, but it's the introduction of a new Zord. I will see you at the next video, guys. My name is Ranger Liz. Have a great day.